Let's talk about layoffs. Grab a coffee or tea, you're gonna need it. Let's answer all the questions from what the heck is going on in tech right now? Why is there this bloodbath? Is AI gonna replace us all? Should I still study for interviews? Is the economy ever gonna come back up? Is tech doomed? What is going on? We're gonna answer all of those questions today to the best of my abilities in this video. I'm Delia. I am a software engineer, ex-Googler, digital nomad, here to help you make your life in tech a little more fun, a little better, and just share with you what I know and my life in tech. So welcome. And let's get started with the fact that AI will not replace you if you are a good software engineer. So let's all just calm down, relax. Let's put on a little face mask. Let's sip our tea. Yes, I did say if you are a good software engineer. I am so sorry. I'm not trying to call anyone out. I'm not trying to be mean. If you're not a good, and I mean just above average software engineer, then yeah, I do think that you should be worried. And I think you should be working on your skills, working on interviewing, like work on yourself, and you're going to be completely fine. That is the gist of it, but I just want to get that out of the way. Second thing, and if you've used Gemini or ChatGPT to code and you've tried typing in some prompts, getting something back and using it to code, you will know that it's not replacing software engineers anytime soon and that you're going to be okay. Okay? Because when you think about it, are we really going to cut 50% of the tech jobs? Absolutely not. Not anytime soon. So all you have to do is be above average, be in the higher percentile of workers. Okay, just be better than average and you will be totally fine. If you're watching this channel, I really hope that you aim to be above average. That's the whole goal here. Okay, I believe in you. You're gonna be totally fine and everybody can just good. Okay, then if it's not AI causing all of these tech mass layoffs, then what is it? Well, obviously it's a combination of factors and it all stems from capitalism and macroeconomic factors. And as stupid as that sounds, it's absolutely true because the economy is here to please shareholders and investors. And that is just how the economy works, especially in capitalism. And most of these layoffs are happening in North America, in the US. We're not seeing as many layoffs in places where we actually care about employee well-being. Whew, we're getting off topic.
And I mentioned America because most of the tech layoffs are in America, where we have this overinflated dev bubble of crazy dev salaries because that's where all the VCs are and that's where all of the money is. But they also had a change in the tax laws, which greatly affected the dev salaries. And that's Section 174, where the IRS saw devs making bank and they were like, whoa, hold my calculator. Your dev salary can no longer be a tax expense. And it needs to be amortized now. So tech companies have to pay a lot more for the developer because before they could write it off as a tax expense, but now they have to pay Uncle Sam a pretty penny to hire devs, the same dev for the same work. And don't even get me started on zero interest rates and all the other macroeconomic factors. But let's actually get started on it and let's discuss those real quick.
So what are these macroeconomic factors and why did this all happen? Well, I literally made a video about this last year around the same time. First of all, January is the most popular month to do layoffs. That's why now in Q1, like we've seen so many layoffs happen. And actually there's this website here where you can see ahead of time which companies are going to do mass layoffs because they legally have to announce those. So if you want to see what's going to happen in March, Google's going to have more layoffs, Salesforce is going to have more layoffs. We can see that all as public knowledge over here. And a big reason why people do it in January is because accounting. So, you know, when you run a business, you have to have some accounting, and this is when all of the numbers come in and people have to make decisions on the numbers. Also, some companies may be slightly unethical, want to avoid paying bonuses. We've already talked about these in previous videos, but a really big thing was just generally the economy because in 2020, we had a surplus. And how come nothing has changed this year? How come things are still bad? In 2023, we lost almost 300,000 jobs, like 260,000, something similar to that. So many positions just evaporated into thin air. The economy was crap. Inflation was at an all-time high. People weren't spending money and it just wasn't a good time. But now inflation is down. People are spending again. The economy is back up. Stocks are back up. So why do we still have the layoffs? Well, first of all, hiring cycles. So when a business actually does layoffs, it's going to take a few business cycles for them to actually see the results of those layoffs. And also, investors are going to keep telling businesses to do more layoffs if all the other businesses are doing layoffs. And a big catalyst for this was Elon Musk firing 71% of Twitter employees and then seeing that Twitter is literally more lean and mean and better than ever. I mean, you can say whatever you want about Twitter. There's a lot of things that are objectively worse and could be argued to be worse, but it runs so much faster, and companies have just realized that they don't need all these bullshit jobs. I highly recommend reading the book on bullshit jobs. And then once one company does this, it's social contagion. And not only social contagion, even though that is what it is, but also impressing investors. Once one company does it, once Elon fires 71% of people and proves that it's possible to run a successful company without all of that extra bulk, every company is going to be expected to do layoffs, not only to impress investors, but also just to survive in the economy, because it's a snowball effect. And a big reason for that was reason number 2, overhiring and employee farming and all of this like bulking up the companies to make them look bigger than they are, to make themselves look like they're growing more and get higher valuations and make stocks go up and investors happy just to look good on paper. And all of this unprecedented growth and all of these investors and venture capitalists throwing money at anything that resembled tech and everybody just inflating all of this tech growth meant that, yeah, at some point now that bubble pops and we see the consequences of those decisions and of those actions. Like, it's unrealistic to see growth forever. And yet another thing is that companies pay a bulk of salaries and pay employees a lot based on stocks, right? So for example, as a software engineer, you could be making more from stocks than from your base salary. Like when I was working at Google, I made a big chunk from stocks and my base salary was kind of laughable, but stocks are a big part of your salary. These companies pay in stock because it's actually much better for them than paying real money. They actually couldn't afford to pay real money to all of the employees they have, okay? That's kind of a mind-blowing fact, but it's true. Companies could literally not afford their payrolls if they were only paying this amount in base. There's big reasons for that. 1, to keep you there longer in the golden handcuffs. And 2, they can dilute those stocks, right? And then they can overinflate themselves. They can have more money. It's like printing money. And honestly, I think it's completely unethical and messed up that the system works this way. And guess what? It looks good on paper. Everybody's valuation's up. Life is good. Everybody's happy in 2020. All of this growth happens. At some point, that growth needs to stop. And we are now at that point. But that does not mean that it's not going to come back. So everything in life is a cycle. Life and death, the economy, highs and lows, troughs, and that other word that I'm forgetting right now. But everything is cyclical. Everything moves in a cycle. This is why I have... Okay, wait. I was gonna show you my tattoo that I got in Antarctica, and I think I'm one of the only people that got a tattoo, a stick and poke in Antarctica. I was gonna show you my tattoo, but there's no free feet on the internet, and especially not on this channel. Point is, everything is cyclical. Everything is gonna come back. There might be a looming recession, but we're gonna come back out of it. But we need to be very cognizant of the reasons why we got into this situation and very aware of when it happens again. Growth is not infinite forever. You know, you have to keep savings. You have to keep working on your skills. You have to keep all of these things in mind. Just because there's this infinite growth and we have like 500K salaries thrown at you from left and right, which are not necessarily true either, that doesn't mean we should go celebrating and spending our money everywhere and whoop-de-doo, we work in tech and we're gonna be rich forever. No, tech is still an amazing place to be in, and I'm just so tired of everybody freaking out so much because everything is cyclical, and every time Bitcoin goes down, everybody's freaking out that it's never gonna go back up again. And honestly, this is why I recommend to so many people, go to Burning Man, where there's highs and lows and extremes all the time, and become numb, but you become so detached from results. You're so much more able to look at that bigger picture and not freak out anytime something bad happens. Point is, those who can weather the storm are those who will come out successful. So let's recap. It's not AI taking over all of your jobs. You're gonna be fine. AI is gonna take a long time to actually be able to take over your jobs. Actually, just yesterday, I was editing this reel, and it was really funny because I used AI to do the voice enhancement, and it was supposed to remove background noise, and it completely removed my voice and kept the voice of a dog. So the entire video became just barking. So relax. It's going to take a while for AI to fully replace humans. Okay, we're going to be fine. It's not AI. It is the economy. It is a little bit unethical employee farming, overhiring, and just like economic factors / business pressures from the economy. And it is social contagion / copycat layoffs. What does this mean for you? How can you be okay in this economy, in this reality of what tech is right now? First of all, don't give up, okay? It doesn't mean that if you're somebody that wants to work in tech, you're like, oh, never mind, I'm not gonna get that computer science degree. Never mind, I'm not gonna work hard to try to get into Google or work hard to whatever it is that you wanna do in the tech field. Don't give up your dreams just because you're getting a little discouraged because of the way things are right now. Guaranteed, there are still people doing that. There are still people successfully getting tech jobs. I had 2 interviews last week for software engineering positions that pay like over $300K. I don't wanna new software engineering position and I don't want to do C++, first of all, but they are out there and I was just kind of curious to see what the landscape is like, and I was like, sure, I'm just gonna take these offers. There are recruiters reaching back out to you again by pigeon mail, by LinkedIn, like they are back. Okay, so if you are an experienced software engineer or somebody with experience in tech, you're gonna be just fine. If you're somebody new in tech, what you can do is you can work harder. I'm so sorry to say that, but you're gonna have to build more projects. You're gonna have to prove yourself more. You're gonna have to, you have to work a little bit. You're not just gonna do a 6-month or 3-month boot camp, come out of it with a new job when you have no idea what you're doing and just prompt ChatGPT and be a little like API for ChatGPT without ever having to critically think. No, you're gonna have to actually put in some effort, learn your data structures, learn your algorithms, actually leak code and grind leak code. I'm so sorry, but interviews are harder. You're gonna have to do all of that stuff once again, but it's still 100% possible. Also, you're gonna want to learn everything possible about AI because everything is gonna transition. Oh no, my light went out. Everything is gonna transition to AI. Learn prompt engineering, become really good at using AI. I just wanted to remind you that you're gonna be fine. Everything is gonna come back up eventually, and we just need to weather the storm all together. As long as you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to stick through it, show some grit, then we're gonna be fine. And if you'd like to weather the storm together, I would love to welcome you into this nice community. I'm finally gonna post more on YouTube and just talk to the camera. That is my goal for 2024. If I don't do that, write in the comments and just annoy me about it because I'm gonna start posting on YouTube more. That is the goal. I need some accountability. So I would love it if you can be my accountability, if you can subscribe, leave your comments below about what you think is happening. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I hope that I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.